Benjamin. Can you?
Hey, Riva.
Hi. Can you tell us a little about, like, I know you work for Foundd, but tell us a little bit what you do there and what you're doing in Berlin and what Foundd does.
Foundd is a entertainment discovery engine. You can rate things, entertainment like movies or TV shows, and it gives you recommendations of things you will love.
So how did you get into doing that?
I started studying philosophy 4 years ago now, and I get to know there to a guy called Peter. He's also a co-founder of Foundd, and he was in touch with Lasse. Lasse is had the idea for Foundd, and so we get to connected. And they were looking for a graphic designer, and I was my first studies were graphic design, and after that, I moved to Berlin and started working as in an agency and then as a freelancer, and then I came to Foundd, and I'm the graphic designer of Foundd. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So you were speaking today. I mean, we were on a panel for the future of humanity, but you also spoke earlier. Can you, seeing as I unfortunately missed your talk, can you say a little bit about what you spoke about today and why we have this like wonderful T-Rex guy who you've named Theodore Rex? Tell us a little about what you spoke about today.
My talk was a bit more skeptic, not really to technology itself, more to a specific attitude that we adopt on technology, Tech-Optimism.
Yeah.
So I claim Tech-Optimism as the peak mistake of our age.
Yeah.
And this was my conclusion at the end. And I was talking about the singularity movement, transhumanism. I was talking about side or rebound effects of technological practice. Yeah, that's it.
So what are your criticisms, for someone who runs Berlin Singularity as a discussion group, what are your criticisms on Singularity and why specifically have you been carrying a T-Rex around with you all day?
The question I forgot.
But I want to know about your criticisms for Singularity first, because they're personal.
Yeah.
So you have to criticize me as first.
The T-Rex was part of my talk because I had a quote of a grandfather of autonomous robotics, Hans-Peter Moravec, and he says that does it really matter to us that the dinosaurs are extinct and the super intelligent robots of the future will view us as humans as failed experiment someday. So I got this dinosaur.
So is that kind of like your criticism of the singularity? I mean, the idea of the singularity is that how I imagine it is the point when technology outsmarts humanity. And I mean, if you're saying that those super smart AI will look back on us in the way that we look back on dinosaurs, like, is a criticism of singularity that we shouldn't support it because it will eventually, like, destroy us? Is that your main criticism?
The possibilities, I don't think so much about the possibilities, whether we are destroyed or whether we will reach spiritual heights with through technology. My criticism was that the singularity movement that is based on the philosophical point of the transhumanism movement adopt an outspoken tech-optimism. They're really rarely skeptic towards the whole technologies they discuss in their positions.
I mean, one of the things that I've noticed about being involved in the singularity movement is that much of the funding comes through political motives. Like DARPA funds most of the transhumanist stuff, and we see this kind of like optimism in technology, yet the reasons behind investments in technology tends to be political or warfare, and we don't realize that actually people use the power of technology to harness it, to use it against other people. And at the same time, they're saying, hey, transhumanism is really cool. And like, okay, but the people who are investing in it aren't your average VC. So, I mean, what I'm going to ask you as like a final question is like, do you think there's any hope for, like, do you think we should just stop being interested in technology and investing in it? Like, what would you like to happen to, like, be able to protect us and enhance the future for humanity? Like, what would your ideal vision be? Like, what would it be?
my idea of the future.
What would you like to happen? Like, how would you like it to happen?
I think we shouldn't put too much energy in some of the technologies transhumanists discuss, like artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
I don't think that this is really that this brings something for our lives. We should engage in therapeutic purposes, technologies for therapeutic purposes, and I don't know how it turns out in the future. Sometimes I'm a bit more pessimistic, and I think that the train already left the station, you know. So we can't reverse the process. Because of this, I say that we should be more careful and far-seeing in the kind of attitude we adopt to specific technologies.
I mean, two of the people that I love reading is from Oxford University Future of Humanity Institute, Anders Sandberg and Nick Bostrom, and they write a lot about like the ethics and how we don't think about what we're doing. We just see stepping stones. We don't think about the bigger picture. Yeah. And I guess that's kind of like what you're skeptical about. People see immediate benefits, but they don't see long-term conclusions of actually what they're interested in. So I definitely understand your skepticism. And
and if you want to sell a technology, you don't talk about negative side effects. Yeah.
And you can't tell VCs about like, hey, in the future this might happen. So okay, great. Well, I really loved what you said. I enjoyed being on a panel with you. I love this guy.
Yeah, he's a metaphor for extinction.
Yeah, I know. So great. And we've got a name for him anyway. So thank you very much. And
thank you.
I look forward to speaking to you later.
Yeah, thanks.
Bye.